This definitely was not the game that I had anticipated, but 10-1, baby. It feels good to say that. 10-1. We haven't been 10-1 since the 2017 season, which is crazy. We're starting to get into those games similar to those 2017 games. This was a shootout. We haven't had a shootout since week 1 against the Lions. But this one felt more justified because the Packers are playing for their lives. You know, they're playing for their playoff lives. Aaron Rodgers battling injuries. He left with an injury in the third quarter. Props to Jordan Love and Christian Watson. I mean, that 60-yard touchdown was no joke. And who knows what the future holds in Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers going out with an injury. We don't know exactly. Oblique injury. We don't know what's happening there. We lost C.J. Gardner-Johnson, but Reed Blankenship, or whatever his name is, he came in and played pretty darn good, picking off Aaron Rodgers. They picked him off twice today, which is really good. Outside of an A.J. Brown fumble on a third down that was not going to go anywhere, that led to 7 points. We played a pretty clean game offensively. 40 points, a few of those off of turnovers, which is pretty darn epic. Defense still has a lot of issues, but again, losing C.J. Gardner-Johnson, we're still down Jordan Davis. And then eventually we lost Blankenship, the backup to CJ. We lost him for a minute, but then Kayvon Wallace came in and made a really big play on third down that forced a field goal at the end of the game. So defense still has a lot of cracks, and it's mostly because we're still missing Jordan Davis against the run. But we really cannot stop the run. But both teams tonight got banged up with a lot of injuries. Packers faked a lot of injuries today, which was not great. Jair Alexander, I've started to lose respect for you as you were flipping off the fans after faking an injury for no apparent reason on the first play of the drive. Whatever. But at the end of the day, wasn't nearly the prettiest of games. But I got to give credit where credit is due to Jalen Hurts and Miles Sanders. My God, they ran for over 350 yards today and just tore it up. It was unbelievable, the plays that they were making, breaking tackles left and right. Kenneth Gainwell doing the same thing, Boston Scott doing the same, and on kick returns too. And that's another thing too. Special teams, kick returns, the Eagles really need to clean that up because there were 3 kick returns that were brought back to the 40 of the Packers were better, which was just not what you want to see, especially in the fourth quarter, second half of the game where you're leading by 7, 14, 13 points, eventually 10-7, you know? It's just like you don't want to see that when you're trying to hold on to a lead and trying to hold on to that momentum. But again, little things that need to clean up. Jonathan Gannon is definitely still suspect because, man, there are some times where he makes some really good decisions with disguising blitzes that helps us, get to Aaron Rodgers, essentially. We struggled getting to him until the second quarter. And then the third quarter, we got him once, and he left after trying to fight through the injury. So more creativity, more, now I wouldn't say risk-taking, but more of just being a better play caller, basically, Scott Steichen stuck to what worked today, which was run, pass options, running down the middle, and setting up the pass through that run, play action and whatnot. Quez Watkins got a touchdown. A.J. Brown made up for his past 2 fumbles the last 2 weeks with a touchdown. And Hurts in that offense, even without Goddard today, which the tight ends today didn't really do much because of the lack of Goddard, but even without that, played as good as they could have. I mean, it was a great game, great performance all around. Some things to clean up on defense, obviously. Special teams as well. 10-0, baby. That's all that matters.